to the long and short of it with Genesis CEO Jim Long. Good morning, Jim.
Morning, Jim. How are you today?
Good, good. Interesting commentary this week. No doubt the world likes meat. Some graphs from Pig 333. You did your homework. What made you bring that out this week?
I think it was just interesting if we look at the trend line of what total meat consumption is, what pork consumption has done over the last 30, 40 years. It's tremendous growth in all types of meat proteins, including pork. And sometimes I think when we're getting the living crap kicked out of us because of the industry, we maybe lose the idea of where we really have come from. And the industry, the world just keeps on eating more meat. As I wrote in my commentary, that's great, but it'd be a good idea we could make money doing it. And that's part of the challenge we're all facing. Not only in North America, but they got the same challenge in parts of Asia, China certainly. It's a sad thing that actually we're producing food, we're doing a good job with it, and we can't make money as an industry.
So we're producing food. People are eating pork. Prices are inflated at the grocery store. So where are we missing it here? Is it back to flavor?
Yeah, I think a little bit of flavor because we see difference on price points. I think if pork consumption would be higher if we could deliver a more predictable, better tasting pork consistently. I think we could grow our market. I firmly believe that, and we've kind of felt that for a number of years. It isn't new. We've lost market share relative to poultry over the last few decades, and why is that? You make a bunch of different arguments, but basically the industry went with the other white meat program 20 years ago. We flatlined per capita consumption from that period on. When we took the marbling out of pork, we destroyed the taste with the other white meat program concept. Poultry gained market share over that time period. I'm not putting it all on that, but certainly you have to look at it and go, really, it didn't work.
So with what's happening in the industry, Smithfield ends the contract for 26 Utah farms. Nothing, everybody knows about it now, but you think it's just confirmation of where we are as an industry?
Well, they were finishing barns, okay, from what I understand, finishing barn complexes, if I read the press release correctly. Well, you don't need barns if you don't have pigs to put in. Part of it is liquidation is ongoing with sow herds, and there'll be less pigs, and there won't be pigs to put into finishers. I believe the CEO of Smithfield talks about in the press release or in the interview that the industry's got oversupply. We need to cut back production, and the oversupply is because we're losing money, and they recognize that. They're the biggest, they're certainly the biggest in North America and one of the biggest in the world. They're not immune by any means to the economics of producing pigs for less than the cost of production. That's the challenge. Like right today, if you look at the Iowa State fair to finish cost of production, it's over 90 cents a pound. The average pigs right today or yesterday were about 72, 73 cents in the meat. Well, that's just farm arithmetic, 200-pound carcass. That's about a $40 per head loss. Nobody can make that up. And the $40 is an average, let's say, and there's people losing 60 and there's people losing 20. But at the end of the day, it isn't working. And that's the CEO of Smithfield is acknowledging what we're doing isn't working. And, it isn't working. It's not that complicated.
And ASF in China, what are you seeing, Jim?
Well, we have production facilities that produce genetics for us in China, and it's quite interesting right now, the amount of ASF we're hearing about. We have people in China saying that it maybe is at a level as high as it's ever been. I don't know if it's exactly that, but there's something going on. Their financial losses are similar to America right now on a per head basis. So you got lots of dead pigs, let's say, and losses. I think at some point you're gonna have less pigs, you're gonna have less protein. I mean, we talked about 2 weeks ago about just the world contracting meat protein production going into 2024. And there's a lot of things you look out there, less beef, the chicken supply has been cut back, the pork supply, I believe in the Americas is going to be less in 2024 than 2023. China, the same thing. So you have this total meat protein decrease when you look in the face of world consumption demand increasing every year from that data we put through there, what we showed this week in the commentary. So at some point, the price is going to shake out and it's going to be rebound aggressively. $1 billion question is when? It's a $1 billion question. Like if you look at it today, if there's 2.5 million pigs in the US and they're losing $40 per head, well, I don't know, farm arithmetic, $100 million a week, the industry is going back. And it isn't like we just started. We started losing significant money over a year ago. It's not, it's wearing people out.
Well, really appreciate your insight today, Jim.
Well, I'm very happy scenario I'm painting, but the thing is, it's reality, unfortunately.
Just keep trucking along.